With all of the eligible young men in the world, basically, at her disposal, it's hard to believe that Rita Hayworth would pick this rather avuncular man, Edward Judson, to be her first husband. But pick him she did. He was 37 and she was 18, and they eloped to Yuma, Arizona in 1937. Rita said, "He was my first date and my first husband, but not a lot is known about him. He is variously described as an oil man and a car salesman, but what we do know about him is that he was very persuasive and had a lot of charm, according to Rita Hayworth's Columbia hairdresser, Helen Hunt." To his credit, Ed Judson did see something in Rita that no one at Fox Studio, where she was at that time under contract, saw. He felt that he could develop her, so to speak, into a big star if given the chance. Up until the time she got married, Rita had been living at home with her parents and was under contract to Fox Studio. She was all set to appear in the title role of Ramona when 20th Century Studios merged with Fox Studios, became 20th Century Fox, and she lost the role. Because of losing this role, Rita's parents were afraid she was going to lose her Fox contract altogether and felt very vulnerable, and so they agreed to let Judson handle her career. As naive as this sounds, her parents had no idea that Judson was romancing Rita, and when they eloped and then told the parents, they were absolutely furious and felt so betrayed. Rita's mother absolutely hated Ed Judson and actually slapped him on at least one occasion. The family relations suffered from this, and things didn't get back to normal really until Ed and Rita divorced. One of the most significant decisions that Eddie Judson made for Rita was the raising of her low hairline through electrolysis. This was a very painful process, but Rita did it for over a year, and it widened her brow and made a significant difference, as you can see from these photos. Even more important was that he was getting her seen around Hollywood. He had dressmakers who were giving her dresses to wear, jewelers who were giving her jewelry to wear, so that she would be seen in Hollywood, noticed by the magazines and the press and other studio bigwigs, so that she would get a contract. She later remembered that this particular outfit cost her $500, which was an incredible amount of money at that time, but she said it was money well spent because she really got noticed. She later wore it in The Lone Wolf Spy Hunt. And all of this, coupled with Ed Judson's persuasiveness, eventually got her a contract with Harry Cohn at Columbia. Though she said she married Judson for love, it was evident to Rita after a while that she was more of a business investment for Judson. There's no escaping the fact that he was largely responsible for her early success, but it's also been said that he encouraged her to have affairs with men who would further her career, and at this, she drew the line. There is a series of photos of Rita with Errol Flynn in 1939 on a press junket for the film Santa Fe Trail, where she is just having so much fun with Errol Flynn and just laughing and joking and throwing snowballs. And then you see a photo here of her with Judson during that same junket, and you can see that the mood is quite different. I don't think Rita Hayworth felt any grand passion for Ed Judson, but I do think she appreciated the attention that he gave her. At the same time, she was maturing emotionally and realizing that she was basically not allowed to make any decisions for herself. And because she was quite naive when they got married, I mean, she was so young, she didn't really ask him a lot of questions. And after they got married, she found out he had been married twice before. They continued to pose for at-home publicity photos, and they continued to go on the town and get her seen, but her star was rising and she didn't need him quite so much anymore. Here they are on the set of You'll Never Get Rich, and shortly after the filming ended, they went to New York for a junket, and it was basically the beginning of the end for them. She may be winking here while they were in New York, but all was not well. Then again, maybe she's winking because she's thinking, hey, I'm finally going to get rid of this guy. And here, look how happy she is that he's going to be gone soon. Just kidding. When she appeared in divorce court with her mother, Volga, she was very beautifully dressed, but all in black, and she seemed quite melancholy. I'm sure Volga was thrilled. Rita was quite sensitive to his feelings in terms of what she told the press, but one thing she did say was, he helped me with my career, but he helped himself to my money. The divorce was final in 1942, and not much was heard of Judson after that. He died in 1988. I'm sure Rita never thought she would go on to have 4 more husbands, but she did, and I will cover each one of them in upcoming videos. Thanks so much for watching.